So, have you ever had a goal that's just so big it feels, well, completely out of reach? What if I told you that the real secret to achieving those huge things isn't some giant leap? It's actually a series of small, consistent steps. Let's dive in and see how you can build a real framework for your own success, starting right now.
I want you to really picture this with me for a second. You're standing at the bottom of this absolutely massive mountain. You look up, and you can't even see the top. The peak is just gone, hidden in the clouds. The thought of climbing that whole thing, it seems impossible. Honestly, it's kind of scary, right? That sheer scale can just freeze you in your tracks.
I bet it does sometimes. Whether you're trying to start a business, or master an instrument, or write a book, that final goal can feel just like that distant, clouded peak. And that feeling, that sense of being totally overwhelmed, hey, that's completely normal. But it's also something we can absolutely change.
Okay, first things first. We have to talk about this huge myth that holds so many people back. It's the whole idea of the overnight success. Understanding what's really going on behind the scenes is the very first step up our mountain.
We always see the finished product, don't we? The highlight reel. We see the artist up on stage, the athlete holding that gold trophy, the entrepreneur on the magazine cover. And it looks so easy. It looks like they just showed up one day and poof, they won.
But that's just the final scene of a very, very long movie. The real story, the one that actually matters, that started years, sometimes decades, before anyone was even paying attention. It's all about the climb itself, not just that one moment at the very top.
This right here, this is the truth. This is the part of the iceberg that's hidden under the water. That perfect song, it's built on thousands of hours of mind-numbing practice. That championship win, it's fueled by countless days of grueling training sessions when no one was cheering. This unseen work, this is the real engine of success. Period.
So, if success isn't just one giant leap, how in the world do we actually start climbing? Well, the secret is surprisingly simple. It's all about changing how you look at the journey, turning that impossible goal into something you can actually do today.
Here's a little secret about your brain. It's wired to avoid huge, complicated problems. When it sees a goal like become a famous writer, it doesn't see a fun challenge. It sees a threat. It's too much work, the path is unclear, so what does it do? It makes you procrastinate. We shut down before we even begin.
And look at this. This is the perfect illustration of the solution. Instead of staring up at this massive, intimidating goal, become a great musician. You just reframe it. You turn it into an immediate, concrete first step. Practice for 30 minutes today. You feel the difference? One is terrifying. The other is totally doable. You can do that. Anyone could do that.
Now, let's get into why this actually works so well. Because taking that one small step isn't just about that one single action. It's about starting a chain reaction, one that builds some serious momentum over time. Think about this number for a second, 1%. It sounds like basically nothing, right? But the idea of getting just 1% better every single day, trust me, it's one of the most powerful forces for growth you'll ever find. It's that slow, steady pressure that turns a piece of coal into a diamond.
This is what they call the compounding effect. You've probably heard about it with money, right? A small investment just grows and grows over time. Well, guess what? Your effort works the exact same way. Every single day of practice, every page you read, it's not just a standalone thing. It adds to yesterday's work. And tomorrow's effort is going to build right on top of today's.
And just look at how this actually plays out. Reading just 10 pages a day, it doesn't feel like much, but do that for a year and bam, you've read dozens of books. That little 30 minutes of daily practice, that adds up to hundreds of hours of real mastery. These tiny, consistent inputs create absolutely massive results.
And here's where the real magic happens. When you do something small, consistently, every day, it stops being a choice. It stops needing motivation. It just becomes a habit. It becomes automatic, like brushing your teeth. You don't have to convince yourself to do it. It's just what you do. Progress literally becomes your default setting.
Okay, so we get it. We've busted the myth. We understand how it works. So now, let's talk about you. How do you take all this and turn it into your own personal action plan, starting, right now?
First off, don't just throw away that big dream. That huge mountain peak is crucial. It's your compass. It's the whole reason you're on this journey.
It's the vision that gives all these tiny little steps their meaning. Without it, you're just walking around in circles. So here it is, your whole action plan, right here. It's just 3 simple steps. Number 1, hold on to your vision. That's your compass. 2, break that vision down into smaller, manageable pieces. That's your path. And 3, the most important one, take 1 small step today. That's your start. That's everything.
I mean, this quote just sums it all up perfectly, doesn't it? Keep your eyes on that big, beautiful dream you have for yourself, but then bring your focus all the way down to your feet, to the very next step you need to take. Dream big, but work small.
Every great thing ever built in human history was done with small, consistent actions. It's never about a giant leap. It's about a long, determined walk. So I'll just leave you with this one question. As you're looking at your own personal mountain, what is the one simple, doable step you can take today?